There is a saying that life is a journey, and rightfully so. From the greatest men to the weakest, everyone goes through ups and downs. Every situation and choice in life is like little tests, and each decision leads us in a certain direction. That's why it's crucial to learn to observe human life, to observe the choices others have made that brought them to this point in their lives. We should learn from both great men and the less experienced. There's a story about a wise man. One day, the wise man was sitting under a tree, and some people approached and sat down beside him. They asked the wise man a simple question: "How are you so wise?" The wise man turned, looked at them for a moment, and replied, "Because I learn from fools. I observe their decision-making process and avoid doing the things that got them in trouble." The same is true for your life. Let every moment of your life be filled with observations. It's the easiest way to shorten 10, 20, or even 30 years off your learning curve and put yourself ahead of the 99%. Remember that life is full of lessons. It's your duty as a man to remain a lifelong student. The moment you think you're a master and have learned enough is the moment you'll stop growing. So, what are some of the lessons and principles men should remember? Lesson number 1: everything is temporary. Good times and bad times are temporary. When your life is going well and you're happy, make the most of it and be grateful. Similarly, when you're facing difficulties, stay calm and overcome tough situations like a man. Know that it's not the end of the world. Remember that even the good days are temporary. Even if you're a millionaire for your whole life, there will come a day when you'll need to rely on something beyond money. So, never let your emotions overpower you, both on good days and bad. Stay strong and keep a clear head. Lesson number 2: life isn't fair. It's no secret that we're all born with different sets of cards. Some are born with a silver spoon in their mouth, while others have had nothing. You can complain all you want and get angry with God or your family for not giving you the things to move forward in life, but remember that the ultimate responsibility for creating a perfect life lies with you. The life you desire is on the other side of the hardships you despise. As the saying goes, if you want to pursue happiness, start seeking discomfort. Stop waiting and start acting, stop complaining and start doing. These are the foundations of masculinity. Lesson number 3: the biggest risk is not taking risks. If you closely observe some of the most successful people out there, you'll see that they took action to get somewhere. Everything worth having in life comes with some form of risk. For example, if you find a girl very attractive and want to win her over, guess what? You need to approach her and start a conversation. This might be intimidating for most men, and they give up the moment the woman passes them by. But whether it's dating or quitting your 9-to-5 job to pursue a more lucrative career, most things worth having in life come with risk. The choice is yours: take the risk and live up to it, or avoid it and continue living a mediocre life. Lesson number 4: the importance of being present. 50% of men tend to live in the future, while the other 50% tend to live in the past. These are very dangerous places to live. While it's important to consider your future, be careful not to let it disrupt your present. There's nothing wrong with thinking about your future. In fact, it's one of the best ways to get a sense of direction. But don't live there. Let your thoughts about the future serve as a gentle reminder as you work in the present to achieve that lifestyle. The same goes for living in the past. Many men live in this fantasy world of the past, often saying, "Oh, how I wish the good old days would come back." When you do that, you become the very reason you're preventing yourself from living those good times. The only way to get back to the present is when you have a purpose to live for each day, like a man. Remember that without purpose, you'll wander like a mindless zombie, living half your time in the future and half in the past. Lesson number 5: overthinking worsens things. As we grow up, we tend to start overthinking everything. You'll notice that you get upset about every little action of others. Maybe someone didn't say goodbye to you after work, and you feel like they hate you. Suddenly, these are things that will slowly kill you on the inside, even though the other person has good intentions towards you. Stop paying attention to these thoughts and, more importantly, don't create imaginary situations in your mind. Remember that action is the antidote to overthinking. So, whenever you find yourself sinking into that abyss of thoughts, take action and face the situation. Lesson number 6: happiness is a choice. Happiness is a personal choice, and only you have the power to make yourself happy. Much of your happiness comes from within you. You have control over your emotions, so don't expect someone else to make your life happy. In fact, that's the biggest reason most relationships fail. Each person in the relationship comes in with the expectation that the other person will make them happy, but that never happens unless you can make yourself happy first. So, never expect your relationship to work out if you can't keep yourself happy. This applies not just to relationships, but to every interaction in life. For example, on a rainy day, one person might jump and be happy in the rain, while another might curse God for allowing such bad weather. So, remember, happiness is a choice. It's a mindset you need to master every day. One of the best ways to start developing this mindset is by disconnecting from social media. Social media does a lot of harm. Even though it's promoted as something that brings people closer, it actually does the opposite, causing nothing but envy. Lesson number 7: do what you love and love what you do. Your job is a big part of your life, so choose it carefully. Imagine a man who loves programming. Do you think he would wake up one day and suddenly choose to work on civil engineering projects? Even if he were forced to do so, he wouldn't do it efficiently. So, consider your time valuable and only commit to developing skills that will drive your career forward. Many men waste 50% of their lives because they choose careers or skills that their parents or friends like but that they have no personal interest in. If you're not content with the work niche you're involved in, you won't be satisfied with your career. This dissatisfaction will affect many other aspects of your life. This is what we call investing in yourself. It should also be applied to your casual life. Only engage in activities that serve your purpose and mission. And finally, lesson number 8: your mind is your best friend and worst enemy. The last and most important life lesson is about your mind. You are the reason for everything that happens in your life. You can't blame anyone for your failures or weaknesses. 99% of the time, your thinking determines whether you're a winner or a loser. Train your mind to become your best friend because it will be with you for the rest of your life. Every time you look in the mirror, your mind should endorse you as the best man, almost as if your mind sees you as a role model. Become one with your mind so that it becomes your biggest fan and supporter. This is one of the secret traits of all successful men. So, remember, brothers, life is a gift from God that you need to cherish every day. Keep being a student for life and keep learning. And be sure to implement these life lessons into your life, which most men learn too late. I'm sure you won't forget to give this video a like. Check your subscription to the channel, stay tuned, and watch the videos that appear here. Until next time.